Hey everybody, welcome to Super Metroid Rando League. My name is Cross Product. I am joined by TG Derp, and we will be bringing you tonight's Route Rando race. This is a co-op seed, 2v2, with my own Hylian SpaceJump frogs. Woo! Go my team. I'm an unbiased commentary here. A0 and Tracy M against the cooked Aussies, Knucklehead and Sasha Boss. And here's TG Derp. How you doing tonight, buddy?
I'm doing pretty good. Tracy's screen is looking a little bit purple. I don't know if that's by design.
For a second now, it looks like she's got like a filter. Well,
I
the
guess
race will be
it's now.
starting here. Huh.
Well, now it's just green, but whatever. It's close enough.
There we go. All right, race is underway here. So this is a route rando, so it's going to be kind of rooms are shuffled around, and it's also branching. There are two different types of route rando, linear and branching. Linear is just a pure execution fest. You always need to go from point A to point B and all that. Whereas branching, you will have multiple options to move forward at any given point. So it's almost kind of more like a door rando, but not going to include every single room in the game. There's still like a limit to how many rooms based on the settings here. So it is cooperative. Right now, Ace Zero and Cooked Aussie are up in the G4 area. Now, a lot of times route rando rooms will be edited. You'll see some extra platforms here because it's impossible to get up here without gravity suit or some other crazy method. So yeah, a lot of the rooms have been modified so that they are traversable from any direction, because not only is the room randomized, but the side in which you enter will also be random. And our first item is a missile pack.
Oh. Yep, they got a missile. There's also a few rooms that are actually edited to gate the player, like make sure they have a certain item, such as the Frog Speedway is actually edited to require Spring Ball. There's a few places that are edited to prevent shine sparking through, especially Meridia rooms, which means gravity suit is required in those rooms. So there's a few little things like that you'll notice if you're paying close attention. This is actually kind of a rough start. It seems Knucklehead
have to do a crouch jump ledge grab.
Yeah, you need a crouch jump to get to that ledge, because crouch jumping actually puts you.
Oh, we finally found Morph Ball. Not too bad. So I know that linear route rando does this, and maybe branching does not. But linear route rando, you'll always find an item behind a colored door. So that doesn't seem to be the case so far here. Maybe not just yet, since we're still getting Morph Ball in first missile pack.
Yeah, I believe that's
funny. They got the first missile pack after the first missile pack. So
yeah, I believe the colored door thing is only in the linear route rando. It's actually kind of rare that they find an item before getting to the starting area where they get their
Morphin missiles.
Morphin missiles also includes bombs and charge beam, just so the seed is beatable.
Yep, top runners are fighting Bomb Teresa right now.
Sasha is kind of low, actually. I don't know exactly what he's doing.
He's only got a few hits left. The face is off. So the routes are randomized, but the items are actually not. So if you're in a room and you're like, oh, I know this is a room with an energy tank in it, that's always going to be an energy tank still.
Well, no, the items are randomized.
Are they?
Yeah, I think what you're thinking of is this route randomizer actually has a setting where it can randomize the locations of the items in the room.
I love randomized within the room. Oh yeah, you're right. There's a charge beam at not charge beam. Okay, either I'm thinking of SM Arcade, or I just haven't played this in very long, or they may have changed it since I last played it.
Yeah, that charge beam is actually always there, just so the seed is always going to be completable. Even if theoretically you could get no beams, but the seed would be technically completable, just because you have charge beam. And that has come up, actually, not necessarily having no beams, but having a suboptimal beam combo to make it through mother brain that some runners have had to do.
I do know that Rando has a habit of giving you Metroid Baby, draining you down to 1 health, and then not giving you a refill immediately. Maybe go 2 or 3 rooms before you can actually get an energy refill or farm for health.
We're actually finding Kraid very quickly. So Kraid is actually always connected to the room right before him in Kraid's lair, and there is no room behind him. So the route through Kraid is actually just going to be the other door that they entered, or that they didn't enter in Kraid's lair, if that makes sense.
What? Well, you can't enter Kraid from the right side or it glitches out. Well,
yeah, that's true.
you
Also,
can break it, but
if you enter Kraid from a room that isn't normally connected to Kraid, it actually glitches out the graphics because the game actually modifies the graphics to fit all the Kraid sprites because Kraid is so large. And so that's why the room is always connected to Kraid. Just so you don't enter Kraid from the wrong way, which can cause problems, and you don't have the glitch graphics that can happen when you enter Kraid and then go to a non-Kraid room.
Sasho out of missiles here. Each charge shot's only going to be doing 60 damage as opposed to 100 from a missile, so probably better off farming these nails and getting some ammo. However, there is a chance to drop health for him instead.
Well, I think Sasho, he's definitely now, but I think he was actually in health bomb range. I don't think he ever reached enough health to get out of it, and now he's
you
back
actually have to.
pain.
You stop hearing the tone when you get back above 30, but you're still in health bomb mode until you get to 50 or higher.
Yep, so unfortunately was only getting health drops. Tracy actually needs to be careful. Oh my.
Tracy is going to probably have more experience with the route render than many of the other runners here, as she's had to run a bunch of seeds to ensure that seeds have been completable. She's been vetting the seeds, testing them out, making sure they're beatable. Obviously not this one that they're doing right now. I think Ponk or Farrell or someone tested this one out, but
yeah, I've heard Ponk has been doing most of the vetting, but I don't know how accurate that is. Like I said, the last race I commentated, shoutouts to Ponk because he's been doing a lot of seeds, vetting a lot of seeds, that is.
Yeah.
Just to make sure they're all beatable.
Yeah, there is an algorithm built in. This randomizer is very old and it predates logic. Well, it's always hard to write in logic for shuffled rooms and things like this. So here we see another room that we're going through backwards. Sasha Boss on your top right there. He's wall jumping up the Spore Spawn Supers room, where normally there would be crumble blocks at the top and you wouldn't be able to go that way. And wow, Tracy,
was removed.
And what's the finish condition for? Are we going by second person to finish? That's how we did multi-world. I'm not sure if we're going by the same or if it's just.
I believe. Yeah, high jump is nice. I believe it is average time. I was told both of the remaining co-op weeks are going to be average time. It's just multi-world that was last finisher. So ideally you do want to finish close to each other, but you want to go as fast as possible so that you can increase your team's average time. But from what I've seen, it's usually one team will finish before both of the other
Franker's the reserve tank too.
Yeah, another old thing that was in a lot of randomizers.
Do we still have the custom Fantoon sprites? If
no,
I don't know about that, I'll leave it as a surprise, just in case the custom Fantoon sprites are still there.
I don't think that's in this rando. I know it's in arcade, but I'm not sure.
Its web says yes. So just pay very close attention during the Fantoon fight. There's a little Easter egg in there.
Yep, technically not guaranteed that Fantoon will show up actually, but if it does show up, it'll have some custom animations for certain attacks. He's actually bomb jumping all the way to this missile pack.
Yeah, well, you saw what Sasha had to do. Drag the tripper all the way to the right where it was low enough to reach. It's kind of funny that they put high jump boots right there as well. Which, just a general randomizer rule. You always want to check that item in the middle of the cliff first, because, hey, what if it's space jump or speed booster, you know? But high jump boots wouldn't have made that much of a time difference over bomb jumping here.
Fortunately, Tracy and Knucklehead will have the knowledge that it's just a missile and they won't have to go trek out of their way to go try to get it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the benefit of co-op. And also if they're going by... Well, they're going by average time, so wouldn't be as significant as a last finish, like closing the gap, but still, everybody wants to finish as fast as possible, obviously. But I mean, you always want to finish as fast, you know.
I know what you're
It
saying.
matters. It matters what time the first person finishes, is what I'm saying.
That is one thing that is nice for Tracy. Even though she took an unfortunate death at Kraid, she will be able to get to that point very quickly. And after that, Ace has already found the correct route for most rooms for a few minutes ahead of Tracy. So she'll be able to catch up a little bit just by not having to explore as much. And you see there, she's skipping a lot of rooms just because she knows where the right room is. Or I guess in this case, just wants an E-Tank. But she should know where she's going from here.
Yeah. So with branching paths, how deep can you go off of the wrong branch before you find out you're going the wrong way?
Well, usually you'll hit a room where you need a certain item to make it through, such as you need wave beam to open a gate from the other side, or you need the combination of items to get through Frog Speedway, and then you
I
kind of
did
just have to
notice
backtrack after
we
that.
did find, beneath the criteria room between the elevator and the moat, the bottom door did go into Lower Norfair Wasteland, which obviously they weren't meant to do with no E-Tanks and no Varia suits, so...
Yeah, so that's something they'll have to come back to once they have heat reduction. I believe the settings are never going to include hell runs.
Yeah, lots of
So
different difficulty options as far as route randomizer goes.
yeah, I believe hell runs are turned off in Logic. So if you're doing hell runs, you're going the wrong way. And you see Sasha finding that Varia suit as we're talking about it. So
Does this mean they may have to backtrack all the way to that point and go back down to Wasteland, or is that branch completely cut off and done for?
I think they have to go through that branch. I don't know exactly. I haven't been paying super close attention, and it's kind of rough with the number of people, but I think that is just the correct direction to go. Although it is a little bit scary if that is where they're supposed to go,
Well, they
since
don't have
there
power
are.
bombs yet. I'm not sure how the room's been modified. Maybe they can actually. I mean, like we saw
Oh, they
the
do need
super
power
missile block.
bombs. You're right.
We saw the super missile block. Above Rex ship was turned into a shot block. Although, funnily, I think it still used the graphic for the super missile block, but the runners were able to get the high jump boots with just the regular beam attack.
Yeah, I do think that path will be something. Like, it is being gated at least. It's not guaranteed that it's going to be required, but it is probably going to have something behind it. And they do need
Cool. Well, I
various suit
just thought
and
of
power
something.
bombs.
Wasteland does have an item as well before you even need the power bombs, right?
So you're saying that might be power bombs?
Their progression may be power bombs of shame.
That
uh,
would be possible, I think.
doesn't look like anyone's actually gone back to check yet, but
I would assume that Ace and Sasha are on their way.
yeah, fortunately, since they have not fought Fantoon, they don't have to deal with enemies in most of these rooms. Yeah, they're going backwards. Okay. A0 just a hair ahead of Sasho at the moment.
Yep. Unfortunately, you actually can't access the bottom of this room from the top, just to limit the route
One-way
randomizer.
gates. Yeah. I guess in the code it's considered a different room and it's blocked off so that you can't go from top to bottom and be stuck at the bottom, or you can't go from bottom to top and have too many doors. I do believe that the brown door that would go into the gravity suit room is actually open as well, if they
It
were
is.
to enter bottom motion. Yeah.
I've had that be the correct way to go before, actually.
I'm pretty sure I've missed a key item behind it. It was linear, so the door was green, and to tell me, hey, there's an item that behind you. I'm pretty sure I just ran right past it at one point in one of my years ago route randos.
Yeah, Route Rando has been around for a while. I don't know exactly when Leorn made it, but
Yeah, I mean this
been a
predates
while.
like Link to the Past randomizer, or at least
Interestingly,
it predates competitive Link to the Past randomizer. Definitely. I don't know about like Desi version 1.0 Link to the Past randomizer, but
interestingly, I've noticed some seeds the fast elevator setting is on, and this one it seems like it's turned off. I'm not sure if that was something they were only including in the practice seeds, or if that's just something they didn't do for this race. But I know that in the practice seeds they posted in the Discord, there was fast elevators. So I'm not totally sure what happened. So I didn't see if Sasho checked the. I think he's saving that for last, that lower Norfair room, actually. Just to make sure he has no other options left, or at least no other options close by. So we'll see if Power Bombs of Shame is our required Power Bombs.
it looks like from the time of Rex ship to here, Acer did increase the lead a tiny bit, about half the room, and just a missile pack. That's gonna save Tracy and Knucklehead some time, huh?
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised. There's a save room right before this. I'm kind of surprised they didn't save Scummit. But either way, they are just gonna get out. They have enough health, or at least Ace did. I don't know. Sasha's a little bit less comfortable.
Oh boy.
Yeah, hopefully he saved. I didn't see if he did, but I think he did.
Yeah, you have to remember, if you're a normal Super Metroid runner, you'll have gravity suit here and 75% reduced damage, but only 50% reduced damage with the Varia suit. And speaking of which, this rando also predates Varia suit nerfs, so gravity suit will actually protect from heat damage, and Varia will still give the normal 50% reduction against spikes and things. Pretty sure.
Yep, that is correct. I believe that was something that Fuzda came up with. Or he developed it rather. The gravity suit nerf. I don't know exactly when. I know it was there for the 2017 Rando tournament, but I think that was a little bit after this Rando was developed. I think it was a lot after, actually. So it looks like the runners are just going back to the landing site to see if any of the other doors have.
Oh, true. They haven't tried the IBJ up to the criteria power bomb spot, huh?
No, not yet. I actually don't know how much of the left doors they checked, because I think both Ace and Sasha went to the right away, and then calmed to Tracy and Knucklehead. That was the correct way to go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought I saw Tracy. Oh, nice moonfall and square spawn super room for Sasha. I thought I saw Tracy start to go for the wall jumps toward the gauntlet door, but maybe bailed out upon finding out progression was in a different spot.
Yeah, so I think the door all the way to the left is not progression, but the gauntlet door might be. We'll see if that's what Ace goes to check first.
Yep, AC are taking a refill and a save here, so if they go the wrong way, they'll have a nice, easy trip back to the ship.
Well, it's not too far away from this door here. And even if
Well,
they go
you'd hate to go through the upper right door and end up in Mickey Mouse room. That's all.
Yeah, but at this point, if that's where they ended up, I don't know where there would be, where else they could go. All right, so it is Gauntlet. That is required. So could they have actually gotten missiles and then came back and gone through that door? It would have been a bad idea, but it would have been
Well,
possible.
yeah, since we have an immediate heated room behind there.
Yeah, I guess you probably are not getting through this with 99 energy and nothing else.
Nice. For a second, I thought Ace was going to have a tricky wall jump, but nope, high jump boots. And Aussie grabbed an E-tank. Oh, that was, never mind. Oh, was that was that from... That was from the save. I think repicking that up after the wasteland reset.
Yeah, generally the game only gives you like 70 tanks at the most, so getting a few extra, especially in the early game, is not. Or let me rephrase
We have a
that.
good item
Skipping
in
E-tanks
Cathedral.
early is not a good idea.
Did Cathedral run backwards to post Cathedral? Oh, we have item fanfares turned off at least.
Yep, this didn't predate that for sure.
Pretty sure that's an option in Smile.
Oh well, that would make sense. Did this come before Desi's Rando? Or his first Rando in Super Metroid?
Wow. Is that a power bomb pack?
Yeah, that is a
We
power
want
bomb pack.
that. We want that, Ace. This is one of the trolliest rooms from my childhood, I think. I wish somebody had told 10-year-old cross product, hey, you can just hold the shoulder button so that you don't run onto the crumble blocks. But
Yeah, I actually didn't learn you could do that until a bit after I started running. I remember watching, I think it was Oats and Goats specifically, where he would just stop on all the elevators perfectly. I was like, how do you do that? That's so crazy. Turns out it's actually not super hard. Ace is actually taking a bit of damage. These crabs will still do 60 with just various, so needs to be a bit careful, but luckily they're all dropping him big health.
Yeah, well, full power bombs.
Yep.
So
I think it's not guaranteed to be big health if he has full power bombs, but it's...
it might be a 2% chance of getting nothing. That might be that.
I think it's similar to the cack attacks.
And one of the best ways to deal with crabs is to pseudo screw them. However, you can't do that underwater.
And so that seems like Ace is not able to do that, at least not logically. It's technically possible for him to get out of Precious Room using a tricky jump, but that isn't intended by logic. And like I mentioned before, sequence breaking can lead to some unfortunate situations. So they'll have to keep that in mind, that is in logic as soon as they find gravity suits. And they do have power bombs now, so they can go to... They can go back to Wasteland.
Boy.
This room is kind of Weird. They edited the blocks above the crumble blocks to shot blocks. Actually, you saw a Knucklehead bombing them, but he actually just had to use normal shots.
Yeah, it looked like the shot block icon.
Yep. Also, I didn't know this room could be required without ice. Not that it makes a huge difference.
Which room?
The ice escape room.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, mid-air morph strats.
Yep. Actually, gonna see Knucklehead start to powerbomb them, but takes more than one, unfortunately.
Oh, Cathedral had wave beam. That's right.
Yeah, wave beam can be required. It's also just a nice thing to have, just having the firepower upgrade. Knucklehead is having a bit of trouble with this. I don't know if this is in logic or not. He does get it though.
Tracy grabs those power bombs. So she's a little ahead of Sasho now.
Yeah, I don't actually know if she went back and fought Kraid or not. I think she did. But I don't know if it was actually required. I know you don't actually have to beat Kraid to beat the game. The only boss that can be required directly is Fantoon. And even then, that doesn't always have to be required. I don't know if there was a key item behind Kraid, though.
The only thing Kraid does is open a door, but all the doors are pretty much open anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it opens up one path, and that path can lead to either the correct way to go or just a key item.
All right.
And I think it actually led to Varia, so that's probably not something you want to be skipping.
Oh, then Tracy probably went back and did it, since she has Varia.
Yeah. Sasha's a bit low. I think there's a health refill somewhere nearby. He's going to want to powerbomb these guys, I think.
Yeah, powerbomb or turn off high jump boots, I think. Not going to get health bombs since the game does calculate your reserve energy as well. So, okay, remembers the health refill. That's good.
Yeah, he's got a few tries at this. Or I guess, rather, he's got infinite tries at this because there's that health refill right there. But unfortunately, it's a little bit daunting, I suppose. Actually, that wasn't too bad. Sasha figuring out a nice way to get through that. I feel like every time I look at Tracy's stream, there's a different filter on. Not totally sure what's happening, but it's very dark now.
And she does do the power bombs. Doesn't get the double hit on the last one, unfortunately. But all right, makes it quite well.
She was actually trying to bomb jump. Oh, no, never mind. That's not what she was doing. I was hearing the audio from somebody who was actually.
Right, Sasha is bomb jumping through the screw attack room.
Makes sense. Guess we'll see Tracy doing that as well in just a second. So this does seem to be the way to go, but remember they do have that one path accessible to them back in Wasteland.
Which Tracy's a little too far to the right, I think. Maybe.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yep. It's a little annoying, but she'll be okay. All right, she's got a good lineup now. Meanwhile, we've got Knucklehead, Sasho, and Ace Zero checking out all the branches available to them in the top of Red Tower. I'm not sure why Sasha went all the way through this room.
I forgot this was a joke room.
Yeah, I mean, it's where the sand pit spits you out after Botwoon, but since the sand pit there is just blocked off in this rando, it's just kind of a farm room. Oh, he actually found another hub room too. He's in the business center, I believe that's called. At least that's what I've been calling it, so I hope that's what it is. There's an E-tank for Ace.
Center. Well, I guess Aussie just took the elevator up from, or Sasho, looking at the team. Sasho also took the elevator up from business center. So you'll see a CAC attack here. That's in order to shoot the super missile block. But only brown doors. Sorry, Sasho. Your progress is in another progress.
Progress. Well, it looks like Ace is finding a mandatory spore spawn. Or at least, if it's not mandatory, he can't exactly leave. You've been practicing your 2-round spore spawns, Cross?
With super missiles. Yeah. Well, I haven't practiced, but it's fairly simple with super missiles. Well, in running dash list, you do actually have to fight spore spawn to get super missiles. So it's worth knowing. It's worth knowing the 2-round regular missile strat, and it is insane. I highly recommend Behemoth's spore spawn RTA run, or any of the top runs on the leaderboard, and just 10 missiles in 2 rounds. It's pretty nuts.
Yeah, I believe how he does it is he actually shoots missiles into spore spawn's mouth while it's opening, because it doesn't close immediately if you hit him while he's in the process of opening his mouth.
Yep, and then Doppel's like 3 or 4 in as it's closing. It's pretty nuts.
Yeah, kind of like how Fantoon works, where... Well, not really how Fantoon works. I don't know what Knucklehead's trying here, but it is not...
Trying to get up to the missile pack, I guess. The item, the top right of pantry here.
Yeah.
Can pretty easily just... Yeah, IBJ from the platform and then shoot off to the right once they get to the top.
Yeah, I mean, I figured they were trying to check that. There's a vanilla gravity suit, by the way. I'm just surprised he was trying to do it from the acid. That seems a little bit unnecessarily complicated. Well, Ace's spore spawn is led him to gravity suit, so can't say it was a bust. The end of the path is a little bit less enticing, just having a couple of missiles, and Knucklehead wants that E-tank, but looks like he's going to give up on it for now. And jumps right into spore spawn. So that's where that was. I think we have all 4 of the runners on the same general path right now. Actually, I don't know if Sasha is or not, as he goes through a path that ends in a power bomb pack. Puts him 5 ahead of everyone else, but that's not a huge deal. Unfortunately, we haven't seen too many runners pull off a less than 4-round spore spawn fight, which makes sense. It's not something you would really practice all that much, because why would you practice it? It's basically never comes up except for exactly in this rando, and even that's not guaranteed to come up.
Or if you get a really trolly Vario rando with trolley item program. Well, there's also the specific categories that require spore spawn, like mini boss RTA, spore spawn RTA, Rambo.
Yeah, I personally ran a lot of mini boss RTA when I started running the game. So I'm
Oh wow! So you were set for the league or for the tournament last year?
yeah. I don't. Well, the mini boss RTA multi-category was in 2018, I think.
That was last year.
Um. Well, you could say that. Well, regardless of what year it is, we do have a lot of Spore Spawn fights going on at the moment. And it looks like most of
Tracy
them.
might have gained a little ground there. Hard to tell by the color shade of Spore Spawn, but by the speed, they look pretty close. Tracy maybe needs one more missile there.
Yeah, Tracy's screen is also a little bit darker, so it's harder to tell. But yeah, each Spore Spawn round takes about 13 seconds, I believe. So learning how to 2-round Spore Spawn with super missiles saves you close to 30 seconds, actually. So it's definitely something that is advisable for Route Rando.
Yeah, you pretty much want to do 2 super missiles in round 1, and then a quick missile followed by super in round 2. Kind of like you'd see against Ranomizer, the missile super 1-2 combo.
Yeah, of course, it's a little bit trickier because you're doing it in midair generally.
Yeah, and sometimes you get blocked by the spores also, which isn't fun. Oh, a worse than vanilla watering hole.
Yeah, we saw that from Ace earlier. I think we saw it from Sasha as well. Sasha still really wants the C-Tank. We'll see if he tries to bomb jump up to it again. He's under the platform here, though, so I don't think this is going to work.
Yeah, and these are the kind of
be disappointed.
These are the kind of things that are really the bread and butter of Route Rando. Just kind of every combination of item in every single room, the game could possibly throw at you.
Yeah, it's definitely an acquired skill that's a little bit different from what you see in a lot of normal, or at least relatively normal randomizers. Things like most of the randomizers you see in Rando League mainly just have the vanilla map and don't have too crazy logic.
And fortunately, Ace is doing a similar thing over here, but fortunately Ace has lava in his room where Sasha has acid in his room, so Ace actually won't take damage at the bottom of his floor. Well, nice lag though. I don't know if that was just seahorses causing some trouble or what.
I don't think the seahorses generally cause lag. I think that was just a little bit of a
They do in the lower North Air escape shaft when you come out right before wave beam.
Well, those are actually different enemies, I believe, so I don't know if it's comparable.
Oh yeah, they're the ground seahorses. Can
Yeah,
they be seahorses if they're in the ground?
Well, one of them's dragons, one of them's alcoons. I don't remember which one is which, though. I want to say
One time,
seahorses.
Leodox used to tell me they were squirrels. That's why they throw their acorns at you.
I don't know how I feel about that one.
Tracy found a Torian room. So yeah, it looks like Acer is going to backtrack possibly all the way to that wasteland with the power bombs in hand.
Yeah, we know about Wasteland, but there might have been something else they passed by that they can get to with Gravity Suit. I don't remember. I think Tracy's screen just got even darker now.
Well, yeah, the gravity suit turns everything purple.
You're right. You're right. Is it? You think this is just what Samus sees, like just the everything but darker?
Well, not when she has the X-ray visor on. That turns everything bright white. You know what I never understood? How does the X-ray visor let Samus see ghosts? Ghosts don't have bones.
How does the X-ray visor do anything, really? You can just see tunnels underground, but how? How do you see through the ground? One of life's great mysteries, for sure.
Well, see, the visor on our side that we see, or the outside of the visor, is green, but it's negative on Samus's side, so it's actually magenta through her side. That's why it looks green to us, but it makes everything turn magenta or purple from her vision.
I don't think that was an answer to my question, but we'll go with that.
Oh, I was actually responding to Mr. Geary in chat.
Oh, I thought I asked
X-ray. I mean, yeah. So it basically, X-ray just turns down the opacity of solid objects, I guess.
In that case,
So
can you
X-ray
just,
too,
could you
right?
just
Don't you ever
the
watch
X-ray like, all the way
cartoons?
to Ridley? Like from the
X-ray
surface?
what?
Like Samus could see all the way to Ridley from the surface if it makes solid objects less opaque.
Yeah.
All right. I'm glad that's explained.
But I still don't know how it helps her see ghosts. Unless, like, you know what? I guess it's because ghosts have negative opacity. So when she turns down the opacity with the X-ray visor, it underflows and becomes. Dude, that makes sense.
Well, glad it makes sense to one of
My
us.
childhood is explained.
All right, meanwhile, we do have Ace backtracking back to Wasteland, it looks like.
I'm seeing everybody try to do this tricky drift forward and midair morph to get up here in the Croc Escape swing-in tunnel, but I usually just stand on the right platform and then just do like a leftward bomb jump when I get high enough. Starting from the lava is pretty good too if you have gravity suit.
Yeah, there's been a lot of required bomb jumps so far in the.
Oh,
in
nice
this
D
seat.
boost from Knucklehead.
Yep, getting that new route, whatever that room is called.
I call it Bowser's Castle. It's got a bunch of like lava and moving platforms and spikes. There's spikes in Mario, right? Not in Mario 1, I guess. Speed booster, locked behind speed booster.
I assume
they took the speed blocks out, but
oh, right.
would be that item would normally
Sasha
well,
screw
quote
attack as
required.
well. I didn't see which way he went. I don't know if he went the same way that Ace Zero did or not.
Screw and speed, jeez.
Oh wait, they were both right here. Huh. Yeah, I think this is a different path than where Ace is going, actually. Ace does not have Ice Beam for these Metroids.
You gotta be sure to group these. Unfortunately, no screw attack either to reduce the damage here. Oh, it's backward. I thought he was in room 1, but he's in backwards room 3. That's pretty funny.
Yeah. Something that can happen. A little bit confusing, but he does make it through the room. This might just be the end of the game, by the way. Well, that's not true. I doubt it would be the end, but...
Yeah, a rough beam combo to finish off with. Nope, we're in Mission Impossible. Imagine Tom Cruise like starting at the floor and then jumping up through the ceiling.
It'd be a little bit less. Well, maybe it'd be more interesting. Depending on
He just jumps into the ceiling without any without the suspension pulley thingy.
Well, Ace finds out that this path is once again something that he needs to come back to later. Same path that Sasha and Knucklehead are on. I didn't see where they entered it though, but it looks like Tracy found it, so that's nice.
Yeah, that'll be the screw attack and speed booster found for Team Hylian SpaceJump Frogs. Woo!
I will admit I have much lower stakes in this race. So we'll see. We saw Frog Speedway, I believe, right? So they will need Spring Ball as well. So we'll see where that is.
How exactly did they make Spring Ball required for Frogway? I didn't.
It's kind of hard to explain without the room itself, but they made it so you need to do a spring ball jump halfway through the room. Like they made it so it's solid blocks except for one block on the floor, so you have to morph ball through the first segment.
Oh, so it could be like a one. Well, it could be like a one tile high with crumble blocks, but then also not. Well, it could be double crumble blocks. Still. I guess it would have to make it so that you can't do a mock ball either.
Yeah, you'll see once they get to it, but it's it makes you do a spring ball jump, and it's actually kind of a tricky spring ball jump as well. There's been some runners struggling with it in the past. And, speaking of spring ball, that's an E-tank. Thought that was going to be spring ball. It's not. Frogway is Frog Speedway in this case, I believe. So Tracy's on the right path. Sasha and Knuckle are both on the right path. Looks like it led them to Dragon. They have Speed Booster. Technically, they have Charge Wave if they turned off Ice Phaser. So they could do a full any percent Dragon if they so desired.
Oh, looks like
Knuckle is. Maybe.
Okay.
See if he gets a nice opening. Looks good. Jumped a little bit late, and I think his spark was a little bit low, but not a terrible opening.
Yeah, a little risky on energy here. If I were, yeah, I would have left maybe like 1 or 2 energy in the reserves there, so they'd still get something when they trigger.
Yeah, technically this is about as much energy as you would have in 3-tank any percent, at least in old route. I don't know exactly about new route. I assume you'd have the same amount of energy actually. If you get the Batoon E-tank in both cases.
Yeah, I guess optimally you'd get Terminator, High Jump, Batoon. So yeah, no matter which route you're doing, I think you'd have 3 here. Unless you favored Ridley E-tank to get the refill for Lower Norfair Escape, but would be technically slower.
Yeah, I mean, I assume if you're doing that, you're generally going to be doing 4-tank.
Yeah, that's a nice block spawn there for you.
Yep, just to make sure you can get through that. As long as you have gravity or high jump, you're able to make it through that room.
Fortunately, having a screw attack for Mickey Mouse room there, Sasha. Although I didn't see the Deskigas. Did I just blink and miss them, or?
I guess so.
Oh, we're green now.
No, we're very green now. This is actually what Samus is seeing through her visor. Maybe not, actually. This is a very thick green. So we got a GT fight from Sasha. Unfortunately, doesn't have a great beam combo for it. Only has the Charge Ice Wave Spazer, which is okay, but you're only going to be able to hit GT once with this beam as opposed to twice with the Plasma, since it passes through him.
Yeah, so we're talking 300 per shot rather than 1800.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I like this filter from Tracy.
Tracy's like about to go to a Led Zeppelin concert, I think, or like a Pink Floyd show, like a light show. She's got a blacklight poster of Pink Dragon hanging in her room.
Yeah, this is very much like the Dark Side of the Moon album cover aesthetic.
Well, it's only one color. That one's got all the colors.
I mean, I don't know. It's the same kind of vibe. At least for me. I don't know.
This actually kind of gives me a fun idea for a stream overlay. Like you could actually have a color filter and use channel point rewards to change the color filter, like for the stream overlay.
Well, that idea is free. You heard it here.
I
You don't have
already
to give
have
cross
like
product
most of
any
what we
credit.
needed to implement. Actually,
I mean, I don't think it would be that hard, right? So it's just like a color filter with that's mostly opaque or mostly not opaque. Shouldn't be too hard to implement. I don't know how easy it'd be to automate it though.
oh yeah, someone could come up with something. Maybe once OBS gets on the Python 3.7.
We got the Fantoon bonus
Oh, yeah,
sprites
here
you
we
were
go.
talking about, by the way.
Yeah, look at the flames.
Unfortunately, Sasha missing one of the X Factor particles. That was otherwise a pretty good round. And of course, immediately gets a fast, so he isn't able to capitalize on it.
Capitalize, you say?
Oh, brother. Actually going to do 2 X Factors, it looks like.
Me.
That is true. I signed up for this. I can't say I didn't because I literally did.
Tracy just PP'd a missile.
Maybe Tracy is seeing this. Like
no,
these...
I think the joke is that all the doors look pink to us. Hopefully, Tracy's actual gameplay is unaffected, and it's just her stream out.
I think what the issue is, I don't know exactly what's causing it, but you'll see every once in a while her stream will buffer, and every time I think it loads, it doesn't give the correct RBG values on the stream or something.
I feel like I need to go play The Witness again after seeing all these color filters.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I think it's this specific filter is just lack of green. Like, the RB are loading fine, but not the G.
RBs.
RBs.
Yeah, the RBs are loading, you said.
I said something like that. Did we see what Sasha got at the end of that? Oh, I guess he got Fantoon at the end of that line. So that is probably something they want to do. Usually when you see Fantoon, it means you're going to... Like, there's going to be a room right before Mother Brain's room that checks to see if you've done Fantoon.
Oh, I guess the last time we saw Mickey Mouse Room, they destroyed the Seegas on the way up and then returned. That's probably what happened.
I mean, I think they just destroyed them really fast with Screw Attack.
Well, they went to the right and then back. Oh, yeah, you know, I think so, because I think it was actually Sasha Boss, and now they're backtracking with their recent findings.
Hey, look, Tracy has a mostly normal screen now. We'll see for how long, of course. Doesn't look like she actually got Spazer. I think Sasha calmed it to Knuckle, and he decided to pick it up. It looks like Tracy is actually opting to skip it.
Maybe holding out for Plasma, but does Plasma even exist in this game?
It can. It might not, though. Seems like they might be getting pretty close to the end. They fought 3 bosses, and they found... I guess they still need Spring Ball to get through that one area. the area leading from Wasteland. The one we keep coming back to. This Cetus had a lot of E-tanks as well. Sasha was up to 8, actually. I usually don't see more than 7. Definitely a little bit stingy on ammo.
From Ace. Finish up Mickey Mouse Room. Yeah, good beam combo, though, from Other Brain, all told. Only, what, 60 hits?
Oh, and here's the last boss. The seed has all 4 bosses. As Knucklehead finds Ridley.
Ridley also 60 hits if they were just to go pure charge shots, but the super missiles will deal double damage here.
Yeah, with all the ammo, they'll probably need a few charge shots, but not too many. Tracy will have it a little bit more rough if she doesn't pick up Spazer, because
they've got basically 25 supers worth of missiles, depending on whether they prefer charge beam or power bombs at that point.
Yeah, they can definitely do this fight with just ammo if they don't miss too much, but I think Knucklehead did miss a bit, so I'm not sure if he can do it. Does have power bombs as well if you would prefer to do that. This is an interesting setup from Ace, actually.
I didn't even know this was possible.
Oh yeah, you can do this from the other side, but you don't really see it. Oh my.
Well, we found the green filter. We lost the Arby's.
We lost Arby's. Yeah, Knucklehead should be done with this Ridley fight pretty soon. Probably just wants to shoot off his last couple supers. Actually, it looks like he's saving them, just wants to use charge shots. But Ridley is looking very close to death. Isn't dead yet. Still doing swoop attacks.
Not knowing what room's going. It looks like he's trying to pick up Samus now. No, Knucklehead not knowing what room's going to come next. Not sure if they'll need super missiles, but they did actually go ahead and fire them off. They'll probably get 1 or 2 off the traps here. 3. That's good. 5? Yeah.
Meanwhile, Tracy finding Ridley in Metroid 2, it looks like.
That was spoiler. I didn't even know Ridley was in Metroid 2.
It's funny because that's an actual spoiler, I think. Not for Metroid 2, but for the remake. Got him, LeMayo. I think Ridley was in Metroid during Samus Returns.
I don't think Samus Returns has a green.
Yeah, I mean, Samus Returns is also not green. Don't get me wrong.
You could put some green plastic, filter.
Yeah, it wouldn't take too much. It's just the DS screen.
Just color it in with a green marker.
I don't know if I would recommend doing that to your DS, but
maybe
I also can't stop you.
Put a screen protector on there and color it with a green marker.
Yeah, okay, this would work. Looks like Ridley did lead to Spring Ball, so...
I bet they do make green screen protectors to make your DS look like an old Game Boy. Somebody has to have invented that.
I think Tracy is very low, but I can't really tell.
It looks like 15 energy.
Color.
Right. Gonna have to make good use of that screw attack, which you can't use while holding a charge. Well, you can, but not while holding an angle button, I should say.
I don't know when Tracy saved last. So she has...
And tune down for Ace.
Okay, it looks like Tracy saved somewhat recently, actually. So this isn't so bad.
Oh, it's Green Brinstar.
It's green Brinstar.
This is that Kirby level, Green's Brinstar.
Oh, hey, Botwoon. Do we see the other runners do this?
I don't know. Maybe we're taking a new route.
Yeah, I mean, this could technically be Plasma Beam, so if that's the case, it would be worth...
For sure. Make a way easier Ridley fight. Trying to see if Tracy's save took her before or after Screw Speed Booster.
I believe she has screw speed because they found ice after that, right?
Yeah, and you can see that she has ice beam because of the trail from her shots here. Wait,
Yeah.
it's blue, can't you tell?
Yeah, of course. I don't know how people are having trouble with this.
You can't shoot that from underneath. Apparently, it's a shooting angle.
I think Knucklehead just soft locked. So this is a known issue, actually, in Route Rando. If the door... Oh, never mind. It's not a soft lock. I lied. The document lied to me. They literally... The official Rando League document was like,
was in an interesting spot. Probably no one thought to look there. Except for Knucklehead.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I was going to say that if that door's green, or if that door's gray, it'll be green for Tracy, I guess. But if that door's gray... It is a soft lock since the gates are closed, but there is in fact a block to shoot, so good thing for that. Hopefully somebody updates the Google Doc they shared, but we'll see.
Tracy gonna try to find a new route.
Yeah, if this is plasma, it's worth. Wait, I'm looking at Ace's screen. Would be true for Ace, to be fair.
Or did she just get Spazer? What'd she get?
Yeah, she got Spazer.
Okay.
Just wants that extra beam combo.
It wasn't a
damage for Ridley.
It was a new route.
Yeah, the new route.
Old new or new? Good beta power bomb room from Sasho. So you think we're gonna find that spring ball soon?
Well, we found spring ball already. At least Knucklehead did. I didn't see exactly where though.
Well, Knucklehead found it, but we haven't found it yet.
True, I suppose. Yeah, I mean, between all the X-ray talk and all the Arby's talk, I'm kind of lost as to where exactly all the runners are relative to each other. I think everyone except Tracy has done Ridley. I don't know who all has done Fantoon. Oh, well, I'm immediately proven wrong because Sasha's doing Ridley right now.
Oh, the power bomb drop. That's a low percent speedrunner's dream right there.
Well, you want a couple more of those if you're running low percent speed. Yeah, like this background just looks like the default Game Boy background, like that one color. It's actually like so close to that, I think. I don't really know. I never actually owned an original Game Boy. I had a Game Boy Advance as a kid. Dating myself a little bit there, I guess.
Yeah, you youngin'. Nice Ridley.
Yeah, I don't know what happened here, but Sasha was definitely taking advantage of it.
Somebody take notes and incorporate that into world record any percent runs. Oh no, this could be bad. You might have to jump up from underneath in the acid. Well, Ridley should blow up eventually, right? Oh, smart! Wow! Good thinking on your toes there, Sasha. So laying a power bomb will force Ridley to execute a new script and try to flee from the power bomb. That was just... I don't know if that's happened before to Sasha or if that was just quick thinking on their feet.
Yeah, really, really smart stuff from Sasha. I think Ridley just sometimes does that, but we don't know enough to do it reliably, which would be great. If we could do it reliably, it would save a lot of time, and it would actually save a lot of time in any percent because you could do some fancy X Factor, like 10 X Factor strats.
Oh yeah, so and a new route, yeah. Old route I don't think would make too much of a difference since you're just doing charge shots on cooldown in that run. But low percent though, that would be freaking amazing in low percent.
Yeah, I guess low percent would be the big time save since you can just deal constant DPS without having to worry about it.
You could actually do more ice shields. Just remember to save one power bomb.
Well, I mean, depending on where he gets stuck, you could just jump into his hand, I believe. Not totally sure, though.
So Chad is thinking Spring Ball was behind Ridley. I don't think we've made
Spring
it back
Ball was behind Ridley, but I don't remember exactly how
Maybe not
far
that
behind Ridley.
Yeah.
So behind Ridley is a pretty vague term. There could be a lot of paths behind Ridley.
In a route Rando, yeah.
I think Sasha's coming up on it, though. So I remember seeing Knucklehead going through that room in reverse. Well, did he? Did he? I don't know anymore.
Yeah, imagine having to run in this race. This is why I didn't want to play this.
Honestly, this Rando might actually be easier to run than to watch, which is not true for a lot of things. There's just so many people doing the same thing. Yeah, I'm not sure if Sasha intentionally skipped Spring Ball. I say this is easier to run than to watch, but I think the runners are as lost as we are. Sasha's fine.
Phantom for Tracy.
Yeah, this filter is like almost grayscale. It looks like it's just really washed out.
Or orange to me, which is maybe it's the green and red without the blue. Kind of like yellow.
It's Green Day.
Sepia tone.
Wait, no, that'd be green blue. I can't think of anything for RG.
RG, that's yellow. Oh, RG, like
RG?
okay. RG. Maybe if there's a small RG, it's Argentina. Nope. Edit that out. Yeah, take that out of the VOD, please.
Yeah, get rid of the filter too. Changing colors on every door transition. Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. I don't think that would work, but if it did work, it would be fantastic.
I think Sasha would have a bit easier of a time farming with Screw Attack. Bombs are very good to farm with if you get into a good rhythm, but
it's definitely a bit easier to farm with Screw Attack, but I think it is as long as you have a good rhythm, it's a bit faster with bombs, actually, because I think you can actually damage them with bombs before you can damage them with Screw Attack. That's probably not true, though.
it could be. I mean, it's got a bigger hitbox from the ground, right? Hopefully you don't kill them too low that you can't pick up the traps, which can happen in certain farm spots, but maybe not the one in Batcave. Oh, we have the white filter for Tracy now. And she is on her Fantoon fight.
So I believe I don't really want to make any confident statements yet. I think I don't know if Knucklehead has done Fantoon, but if he has, I believe every boss except Ridley for Tracy has been defeated.
About
Oh, rooms. It looks like Ace also didn't find Spring Ball because I believe he killed Ridley as well. Doesn't have that Spring Ball though.
And we don't yet know if that's going to be required.
It is going to be required. We've seen Frog Speedway.
It could lead to a dead end, right?
It could. I think if it leads to a dead end, I don't know if the seed is completable.
Honk!
Spunk doing his job. He's like, yeah, this seed looks fine.
It's like,
He makes it halfway through. He's like, all right, job's done. Well, Knucklehead is about to find Frog Speedway. And he's the only one who can get through it at the moment.
Frog Springway, you mean?
Yeah, Frog Springway. Was this Spring Ball? No, this was a Super Missile for Ace. We do have some synced Metroid rooms on the bottom, but they are different Metroid rooms.
If you're wondering what's the difference between a route rando and a door rando, well, for one thing, these route randos have been written with backtracking. So if you go through a door, you can always go back through the door and end up where you started. I don't know what Knucklehead's looking for here.
Yeah, what is Knucklehead doing here? Does he not know how to get through this room? Oh, maybe he doesn't know that this is possible with the...
So in a door rando, if you go backwards to a door, you won't always get where you started. And then also in a door rando, every single room is in the pool, and I'm surprised Knucklehead skipped that power bomb pack. I mean, here we go. Here's the spring ball. I want to see this on the bottom right.
Yeah, you can kind of see those bottom blocks are speed blocks on that little 2x2 square, and then you have to spring ball jump through this little crevice.
Oh, I see here. So you have to...
Yeah, you have to spring ball jump.
You have to have speed booster and spring ball.
Yep.
Or... Huh? Oh, I guess that's... I guess that's... I mean, it's probably just a self-block prevention. That block respawn form. Yeah, so you
so. Needs to wait for that.
Jump over that one hump. Okay. Yeah, it makes a lot there. Now that I'm seeing it's both speed booster and spring ball required.
Yeah, that soft lock prevention just makes it so if they get stuck... There's a spring ball jump, by the way. Sorry, what were you saying?
Has anybody tested reverse frogway?
I don't know if...
If you're coming from the right side and you have wave and spacer, would you actually be able to...
I don't think so, because I think it only lets you get through speed blocks. It doesn't let you get through like normal blocks, which some of these have been changed to, but I'm not sure. I don't think it's been tested. Yeah, Sasho gonna find out that he can't do this. Ace finds his spring wall.
What's to keep you from doing a shine spark along the ceiling? I guess it would push you too low.
I don't think you have enough time to do the shine spark. Like, because you would need to get through these blocks here. Like, you'd have to get through that first.
So they're solid blocks, and the speed blocks are only one tile high.
Yeah.
Okay, so the center blocks in the tunnel or normal blocks, not speed, so that would stop the shine spark. I see.
Yeah.
That's a pretty interesting mechanic for such an old randomizer.
Yep, looks like Ace did get his spring ball. It just was the last path he checked behind Ridley. Because apparently there was a lot of stuff behind Ridley, but not much of it was very useful from what I can tell.
Okay, so with Sasha already making it all the way back to Prague Speedway without Spring Ball, having to go back for it, looks like this is going to be a pretty close race overall.
Yeah, Sasha's got to make it back all the way to Spring Ball. Tracy, I don't know where she is relative to Spring Ball, but she needs to beat Ridley, which is a bit tricky with... Looks like she's actually been collecting a lot of E-tanks, so it should be a little bit less difficult than before.
Grab that Spazer as well. It actually has more super missiles than any of the other runners had for Ridley.
Yeah, so as long as she can refill her super missiles, she should be fine. But Knucklehead will actually be finishing a good amount ahead of pretty much anyone else, as long as he makes it through Mother Brain.
Yeah, that's where the average time is going to come into play here. So even Ace and Tracy could both finish ahead of Knuckle, but if Sasho finishes with enough of an advantage, the average time will still remain ahead.
I don't think... Oh, Knucklehead never did Fantoon. So bowling isn't active.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no. Well, he's got to hope that's not the right way. But I've got a bad feeling that it might be.
I am an unbiased commentator that's on Team Hylian SpaceJump Frogs.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I thought that everyone had fought Fantoon already. I guess everybody but Knucklehead.
Well, here's another path. The, Forgotten Highway. I forgot what its name was, actually. We'll see if this leads to anything. He's got Speed Booster. He can do this the fast way. Actually running into a lot of escape rooms.
Good, they won't have to do them after defeating Mother Brain.
We'll see.
Are there multiple copies of these rooms then?
Yeah, it actually shuffles through the escape rooms after Mother Brain. It doesn't send you back through the path that you initially came into. It just generates a new area, basically.
What the heck is this room?
This is the room I was talking about. The room that checks to see if you've beaten Fantoon. This is it. That door on the left would be unlocked if you have Fantoon beaten.
Well,
so Knucklehead knows the right path. How far back is this reset putting in?
Hot Pockets are done.
I think they might be overdone at this point. Yeah, not sure what happened. I think my fire alarm is just breaking again. Hopefully.
Okay. Right, do you live in Lower Norfair, where Sasha's headed?
You could say that. I'm not sure exactly what Knucklehead has and doesn't have after that reset. I think he has everything, but I'm not 100% sure. Sasha gets that spring ball.
Yeah, shout outs to 2D Tones doing our tracking today as well. Hello.
Apparently, my fire alarm was that loud in my mic that people thought it was theirs. Crazy. Maybe my fire alarm is just really loud. But do not fear, my house is not on fire.
This is fine.
This is fine. Yeah, so Tracy should know that once she beats Ridley, she just needs to get Spring Ball. And then they just need to go back. Well, I don't know if they've actually seen... I think Ace has seen Frog Speedway, right?
That stands to reason.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, you could convince me of anything, and I'd probably believe you.
Oh, well, they still need to find Ice Rod. Alright, so the Heffy setup room where you do the wall jumps, they put a little block at the top so that if you come in from the top right, you don't, like, trip and fall immediately. That's freaking hilarious. Although I say, if you're not holding a shoulder button when you enter a room or you don't jump through a door, that's your own fault. Alright, Tracy, round 2 against Ridley here with a ton of ammo to work with.
Yeah, kind of surprised she's using supers to open the fight. She actually didn't enter with full missiles, so is going to need to... well, actually, Ridley's looking about half dead by now.
Yeah, most runners prefer to do 15 super missiles to finish, but maybe she's going for a 30-10, which is kind of similar.
Yeah, that looks like about what she ended up doing. I don't know if that's what she was going for, but that's what happened. And Ridley is... If Ridley's not dead, he's close to it. I think Ridley's dead here, yeah?
Looks like it.
Alright, so Ace is going to be able to finish the game from here. As soon as he gets the spring ball jump. Obviously, he needs to find the right way as well, but there aren't too many paths that he can take. I guess he will have bowling active, so I don't know exactly what that's going to end up meaning.
I'm not sure what kept...
Wait, can Ace get back from bowling? Like, does the door lead him back to where he started, or does it just put him somewhere else? Because if it puts him somewhere else, that's actually kind of problematic.
Not sure what's keeping Sasha other than maybe haven't found the right route yet.
Yeah, I think Sasha's just trying to find his way back. Might be a little bit confused.
I thought Sasha already went through the frog way.
No, that was...
Knucklehead did, but then had to go back for Fantoon.
Yeah, he found the ship, so now he should be able to get back.
Yeah, it would be not necessarily good to go back and try to help route for your partner, since we are going by average time instead of finish time. Well, if we're going by average time.
I'm pretty sure I was told we're going by average time. But yeah, Sasha, once he finds the ship, he can go back into Wasteland and get to the last area in the game. This has been a a rough seed for both teams, really. Is Tracy a little bit different color? A little bit greener, looks like. Maybe I'm just imagining things, though. Like I said, at this point, you could probably convince me of anything. All right, so Tracy got her spring ball and immediately left the behind Ridley area. So that's going to be a massive advantage that she has over pretty much everyone else who explored the entire area. And Ace knows where to go from there. So Tracy and Ace are actually both fairly close to each other. Where I'm not totally sure how Knucklehead and Sasha are going to do. This is going to be a very close race. I think it is going to come down to average time because we are going to have Ace and Sasha both finishing before Tracy and Knucklehead. Looks like Ace is going the right way. I think.
The muscle memory equipping the super missiles for Wasteland. I like it. It's so funny to me how many like trip prevention blocks there are.
I think they're actually to prevent you from accessing them without gravity suit, but
Yeah, maybe to keep you from shine. Well, the ones on the ceiling I think are to keep you from shine sparking across. But then, if you enter without gravity suit and you end up in sand pit or something, then that could be bad too. So there's kind of, I think a lot of the doors there just keep you from soft locking in underwater areas.
yeah, I'm not really sure.
All right, Fantune is down for Knuckleheads. They want to go ahead and find Mother Brain, which actually Ace Zero is at the refill spot right before Mother Brain. With a sizable amount of ammo and a really good beam combo, 7 E-tanks and a reserve. Should be a textbook fight here.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Oh wow, dude, speed's great.
Yeah, it looks like he was
I think he's starting to room to the right. You could actually just, because there's no door on the left. That's funny.
Alright, does get the Zeb skip. The ice Zeb skip, of course, but
Even just the fact that you could open that door and start from inside the wall would make speed skip that much more easy compared to vanilla. That's funny. Like that, just that one tile would make a huge difference.
So is Tracy closer to Wasteland than Knucklehead? Because I honestly don't know. I don't think so, though. I think Knucklehead's actually closer than it would seem. Oh yeah, he's at the ship now, so he can just get there really quickly now. So I'm not sure how close Tracy is, but it's going to be interesting. Tracy is a little bit purple. Just been listening to some Eiffel 42 because she's blue. Well, I guess this is more purple than blue, but I wanted to make the joke before the race ended. I don't know if I'm going to get a better opportunity. You got to take what you can get sometimes, really.
Okay, looks like Ace here was under the cutscene. sizable lead already heading into Mother Brain 3, or anyone on the Aussie even into Mother Brain.
Yeah, no real point in doing stand-up here, even though he technically could have if he didn't take too much damage on Mother Brain, which I didn't really see if he did or not. But with this beam combo, it would only save like 5 seconds at best. So not really worth doing, considering it comes with a risk of soft locking. Especially without X-ray to get out of potential soft locks. Not having that makes it a lot less enticing, but without plasma, it doesn't really matter anyways. Alright, so Knucklehead has made it to Wasteland, and Tracy's made it to the ship. So hopefully she remembers where to go from here.
Well, if A0 can finish and then reset, go back and help her find her way.
Well, Tracy's pretty close. Like, you just go through the beginning loop, and it leads you to Parlor, and then the bottom door in Parlor is the way to go.
Yep. So I don't play door Rando. I wouldn't have remembered that. So if I had someone like A0 or Tracy on my team, then maybe they would help me navigate. I guess I would.
I've played my fair share of door Rando. I will not lie. So...
Randomized door Rando?
Well, the randomizer doesn't really factor into remembering where to go when the way to go is like 3 different rooms on the other side of the map.
It does kind of subvert your expectation of, oh, I found the ship, I can make it back, and oh no.
Yeah, suddenly Parlor's full of big hoppers. Always fun, except for when it isn't.
Alright, so we're gonna have a shuffled escape here for 8. Promised me this. Yay.
Yep. So I believe there are actually going to be 2 doors that open up for Ace. One of them is going to be the way to go, and the other one's actually going to be the animals. And so since there's only 2 doors left, and they're both right doors... Oh, wait. Maybe not this room. Did he actually check the bottom door, though?
He might still have escape room. He might still have Leodax room to go or something.
Well, here's the animals.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I think he forgot to check the bottom door.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, like the door that leads to climb will probably lead to climb.
Same room as Tracy.
Crazy. Nothing confusing about this at all.
The sink, dude. We'll have to fill in his teammate on where to go in the escape. But we did save the animals, folks. Thank you for your donation.
Oh. Ace not finding the way to go.
Oh, we gotta go through the orange door, huh?
Yep. Luckily, it's just a blue door, so we won't need to worry about ammo.
Oh, there's the Leodax room.
Yeah, I believe it shuffles through all of the rooms in escape, so they'll all show up eventually. Plus
you can actually use that a little bit of deduction in some seeds where you're like, okay, there's a left door and a right door, so the right door must be animals. You know, in terms like I know the one room that's left has to be a left. You know, I don't know. Could happen. Maybe not likely. Oh, jumped over the ship there.
Finish. This is going by average time.
An A0 does finish. Dot done. Official SRL time of 1 hour, 33 minutes, and 14 seconds. Just as Satchel Boston, the cooked Aussies, finishes Mother Brain 3. And Tracy will be fourth to finish. So is A0's lead going to be enough to win the average time game?
Tracy having a bit of trouble getting through this one block gap in the ceiling. Gets it though. Hopefully she's able to get the spring ball quickly here. Do need blue suit for it. Gets it first try. We've seen some people struggle with that in the past.
Yeah, probably not difficult, but just more of a, not knowledge, not having done the room enough times to remember where the correct path is. Looks like we're gonna get some animals shaped from Cook Aussie on Satchel Boss top right. Also missed the bottom door. Well,
Yep. I think Tracy's even greener than before. I didn't think it was possible. I think we've reached levels of green never before seen.
Hey, Tracy has a lot of experience in Super Metroid. Don't you dare say she's green.
My apologies.
Yeah, it's green Brinstar. It's big green.
Big green.
Isn't that a bubble gum or something?
I think that's what I always called, like, if you ever played CSGO, that's what you always hear people call the AWP. It's a big green gun. So it makes for some fun caster call out sometimes. Like, he gets a triple kill with the big green. Simple, crazy player. I don't know. Something like that.
Unfortunately, since Sasha was already finishing Mother Brain 3 when Ace finished, and Tracy's not yet reached.
Knucklehead needs to be careful though. He's got 200 health in reserve, so he should be fine. And Mother Brain's dead, so he's all good.
Here. Well, Tracy's in the escape room. But yeah, the difference between Ace and Sash looks a lot smaller than the difference between Knuckle and Tracy at this point. However, Knuckle does still have to, do Mother Brain 3 to do the whole escape, so we'll see.
Yeah, it's gonna be close.
Lost track of how far Tracy actually is from Mother Brain here.
Yeah, get out your calculators.
And also remember that the escape times for the bottom players will be different from the top players since they're going to know the route as well. Go down when you get to Parley. Go through the orange door, and so forth. All right, there's that Fantoon door. So, actually, all right, difference between Ace and Sash was Mother Brain 3 on finish. At this point, Tracy may be close to finishing Mother Brain 3 when Knucklehead finishes, but since their escape times will be shorter, she's going to need to be a little bit more ahead than that.
Yeah, we'll see once we get final time for Knucklehead, or official SRL time, because I assume that's what average time is going to be going off of. Tracy actually having some trouble with the Zeb skip is just going to... She could do speed Zeb skip, actually, if she's comfortable with it. Not going to do it, though. I'm a big fan of speed Zeb skip, personally, being a big GT classic. Oh my, this...
Wait, I thought that the capture card wasn't just the video, it seemed.
We got some, like, Atari sounds going on here. Yeah, like, these are very much Atari sound effects.
I actually like it. I really like that old those free sound effects.
Yeah, can we switch audio back to that? That was cool.
I'll leave it up to chat. Open a straw poll.
Make it like a donation thing. Whoever donates more channel points gets it. Let's go. We got it.
Nice. Alright, so Knucklehead finished with a SRL time of 1:39.46, so that leaves about a 1:37.50. Oh, I hear the music. I suddenly have like a hankering to play Demon Attack or something. This is great. Hello, Derp and Sasha.
Hey, I'm already here.
What's up, guys?
Sorry, I'm doing math right now. See what Tracy's time has to be for them to win.
Yeah, you do that.
What is she doing right now? Oh wow, we were all at the end at the same time.
So, well, all we have to do, so Ace finished 2:49 ahead, so Tracy has to finish within 2:49 of Knucklehead. So she has to finish by 1:42.
Yeah, 1:42.35.
35?
cutoff.
Oh, that was close.
Oh, my
Whatever the difference
Yeah.
between Ace and Sasha is, Tracy has to beat that difference between her and Knucklehead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think with all of Mother Brain 3 and the escape going on, I believe that I don't think it's possible to do it that fast. So I don't want to spoil. I don't want to jinx it. I might have done my math wrong.
30, you're right. 30. No, I double checked. You're right with 35. 42:35 is the target here. So just about a minute and a half left for Tracy. But again, it will be a slightly faster escape sequence knowing the route. So how many route rando seeds did everybody warm up with to realize that you needed Spring Ball to get through Prague Speedway? And then there was a hard Fantoon requirement in one room. Was everybody up to date reading the patch notes?
Nope. Knew absolutely none of that.
Whoop. I didn't know before hopping into the booth, but fortunately he was pretty well versed with the nuances of route rando.
Well, now after doing this seed, I've learned that just beat all the bosses and get all the mages.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because I don't know when you have to beat bosses and when you don't.
Well, Fantoon can be required directly, and then most other bosses will usually have required items behind them. So generally, it's a good idea to beat all the bosses you find. This was actually kind of a rare seed where all four bosses were.
I think I'm gonna make an MSU pack with recordings from Tracy's capture card.
I'd use it.
Yeah, so right now I still don't even know how Rando works 100% when it comes to bosses.
While Tracy's finishing up, I'll shout out. We do have some more SM Rando League happening on Speed Gaming 4. That should probably still be happening once we finish up with interviews here. And then we have Link to the Past daily race on Speed Gaming 1 coming up pretty soon. As far as the races for Super Metroid Rando League, other than the one that's going on Speed Gaming 4 now, we do have our first race tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Remember, if you're in Central European Time, it's only a 5-hour difference until Saturday night. Tomorrow, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, is going to be the Clippers versus Track Tools Digging Game. And Maniacal from Track Tools Digging Game, having already popped in chat and disavowing Route Rando completely, we know he won't be in the run.
I don't think Maniacal's on Track Tools Digging Game.
Or no, I'm sorry, he's on Solski and right.
Yeah, someone else is on that team, I'm sure.
Blah, I forgot. My mistake.
Yeah, who knows?
Well, it's definitely not going to be maniacal racing tomorrow then. And Tracy finishes up with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 43 minutes, and 49 seconds. And if our math is correct, just about a 30-40 second difference in average time. So unfortunately, my team not taking the W here tonight, but congratulations to the cooked Aussies for their victory tonight. And hello, Tracy. We'll go ahead. Now we can done people since yeah.
We are joined by Tracy.
Well, Tracy's an admin. We are going by average time, correct?
Yeah, we lost.
Okay.
I can tell right
lost
now.
by about
'cause I need
30,
to
40
finish in.
seconds.
Yep.
42-35 by our math.
I'm. I don't know how long I'm gonna be able to stay in the interview. I'm pretty upset because the way I played, the death to Kraid just should not happen. Like I should have saved at the very least. And then the Ridley. I mean, Ridley's Ridley. You can't come in. You don't expect him, and you just don't have the equipment for it. But I feel like I was getting close on that fight, and it just didn't quite finish it out.
Yeah, that's fair. Thank you for giving us a nice close
Speaking
race
of
and
Ridley.
running to the end there.
What was that, Sasha?
Thanks for being on my team.
Did you say
Did you
something?
see that I got Ridley stuck in the platform?
Oh yeah, we noticed
yeah,
that.
that's great.
I don't know what causes that, but that's
That is
we actually
so rare. I
commented.
couldn't believe that happened. And
That's funny. That's happened to me
Yeah.
one time, and I don't know what caused it either, and I was completely blown away by it. It was a free fight.
Yeah, once we figure out how to do that on purpose, we'll revolutionize at least low ice.
revolutionize everything. I was worried that I'd soft locked because I think I've done this before, and I think I tried to kill him, but then nothing was happening because he was stuck in the platform.
Mhm.
But maybe I'm just misremembering. Luckily, I didn't reset. Poor.
Yeah, so it was pretty smart laying the power bomb, which forces Ridley to move away from the power bomb, which put him into a different script. So I guess he either has to move to pick up Samus or move into a spot where he wants to explode.
I think when it happened to me one time, I think I got underneath the platform and jumped into Ridley's claws. For the
Yeah, I was
pickup,
wondering if Sasha
or
was going to
something
do
like
that.
that. I went underneath the platform and I either got grabbed or got Ridley to move away somehow. But power bombs make sense
That's
too.
crazy.
That's a smart play to do that.
Make sure you follow these runners as well. Just drop the links in chat there.
Yeah, good race. How did that play out on the stream? Obviously it ended up with close finish times and obviously a very close average. Did it seem close, or was it hard to tell with the route rando?
Yeah, I don't know how much we knew what was happening, to be honest.
Yeah,
There's
that
a
sounds
reason
like
that there's a reason I refuse to race this week. I'm gonna go hang out with Maniacal and not race route rando branching.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a fun mode, but just this one, I've had a lot of practice with these because, of course, as you all know, I've been vetting most of the seeds. These seeds, of course, have been vetted by Ponk, because obviously he's not playing in the league this year, so we want someone not playing in the league to be checking these out. But for the admin teams, but I don't know. When Ridley, you have no saves between Dragon and Ridley, and I got through the Dragon fight, and maybe I could have gone back and saved, but that wouldn't have saved that much time. And the Ridley comes out of nowhere, and I had 3 tanks, 10 supers, charge ice wave. I mean, it was bad. So, maybe should just reset and not bother. That would have saved a ton of time because the fight took a long time, and I was close. Shout outs to Kip who wants the real Ridley fights because you're certainly getting them this week.
Yeah, prominent low ice runner. Wants the longest Ridley fights.
Yeah. But yeah, and then you try and get back as quick as you can, and there was no place to farm and no health, no place to refill, and it's I had to go fast because I knew it was going to be close.
There was actually a
And-
lot of E tanks on the way to Fantoon.
Yeah, that's well.
Yeah,
'cause
and that's the path I
Ace-
was on.
Yeah, Ace
and
was on the
Tracy was
Fantoon
fighting
path.
Ridley, and I was getting.
And I was
the
fighting
E-tank.
Ridley. And, yeah, Ace was getting all the E-tanks, and I'm sitting there going, okay, I'm fighting Ridley with 3 E-tanks.
Yeah,
So I skipped
was
the one
thinking-
in Pantry because that's just slow. Mm.
I even said something along the lines of like, I don't know if I want this to be required or not because it's a lot of good stuff for you to pick up, Tracy. But it's also like,
Yeah.
it was a slow series of rooms to get to Fantoon.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
you fight
I went
Took a long
ahead.
time.
other-
Yeah, I went ahead. We
Mhm,
decided that I'd go back and get it because, my experience is just more often be required than not. So we just figured to just go ahead and do it. And,
Luckily, it was.
yep. And it got me the E-tanks. That makes the Ridley fight, well,
Yeah.
decently easy.
So how does bosses and G4 work in Root Rando? Because I still don't get it.
There is no
Is it-
G4.
So the green
do I-
room
do
with
I-
the flashing door. Was that?
I was just saying, like, I wrote a whole document about that stuff. It's pinned in the lobby, and it's pinned in the runners channel. And we still play again, so I don't know if I want to be the one to tell you guys. To be fair, especially since I already created the document that explains all of it. Spent a lot of time making that document.
Yeah, so I don't really have anything else. You have any other questions, Cross?
No, just good race. Thanks to the runners for running. Give them a follow, and thanks to 2D Tones for tracking for us tonight as well. Definitely had their work cut out for them tonight. So going trying to watch 4 screens and yep. But yeah, so follow the Speed Gaming channels as well. I'm Cross Product. This is TG Derp, and we will see you guys next mission. And I'll let if any of the runners have any last words, give them a chance before TG Derp signs us off for the night.
Yeah, GG's to our opponent, to Sasho and Knuckle, and we'll see you on Thursday for the rematch.
Yeah,
Yep,
GG's.
GG,
Looking
guys.
forward to that one. Hopefully, it's a close race.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I guess I'm signing us off.
Throw it to you, man.
I've been nominated. I think we've pretty much covered everything. Once again, be sure to follow all our lovely runners: Ace Zero, Tracy M, Sasso Boss, and Knucklehead, who unfortunately did not join us for an interview, but still, he performed excellently, as did all of our other runners.
No, we didn't.
Of course, you can follow.
I'm
You gotta
sorry, I did
believe.
not
You
farm-
always gotta
no,
believe.
No.
Well, regardless, it's also me and Cross maybe didn't perform as excellently on the comms, but
No, I'm sure.
2D Tones
You're
doing
sure
the
my
tracking solo for a 4-player race. Big shout outs to them. And that's gonna do it for us. We'll see you next time.
Bye.